Hello, in today's video I'm going to share with you my top alternatives to Grin for influencer marketing. Now Grin is a great platform for certain types of businesses. It allows you to create complete creator programs to find creators, connect with them and run influencer marketing campaigns all from one place. But it is also pretty pricey, and having used this in the past, I find that the user interface leaves something to be desired, which can make it a little give it a little more of a steeper learning curve, especially for those who are new to using influencer marketing. So what if you are a smaller business? What if you're trying to drive traffic and commissions using influencer marketing for Amazon, for your Amazon store? What if you're on a small budget and you just want to pay for a one-off occasional shout out? What if you want something that is simpler or more user-friendly than what you're getting from Grin? These are the top platforms that I recommend as an alternative. And we'll start here with Mighty Scout. Mighty Scout isn't the most impressive looking influencer marketing platform you're ever going to come across. The interface is a little basic, but that's kind of all part of its appeal. It's simple, it's quick. We can use this Discover tool here to search for a platform. It is limited to Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. So if you're looking for something like Facebook or bloggers and content creators, then you're kind of out of luck on this one. But all you'd need to do is basically enter a topic, and if you wanted to, you could select influencers with a specific follow count, a specific level of engagement, and in cases where location matters to the kind of products you sell, you can also type in a location and target your creators that way. And then you get this list of all the creators that match your results, and you can click on any one of these to basically open their Instagram or their account, or if it's a TikTok or YouTube, and then you can take a look at their content, and if it's someone you want to work with, maybe click on messages and send them a direct message. Mighty Scout is also one of the few influencer marketing platforms out there that actually offers transparent pricing. Along with Levanto, which is another one, most of these tools require you to speak to a sales rep and go through a whole demo process before you can sign in and take a look around. With Mighty Scout, you can sign up for free and get started, and then decide if you want to choose from one of these transparently priced plans to upgrade. One of the things that I'm not so keen about is that the number of influencers with high follower counts is relatively small compared to some other platforms. So you'll see here that the highest one I found searching for fashion is 27,000, and most of them are way below that. There are of course some anomalies here, but a lot of the times we're talking under 2,000. So while it's great for kind of macro influencers and small level campaigns, if you're looking at really targeting those big players, or the people with thousands and millions of followers, Mighty Scout may be a little too basic. Another alternative that is more user-friendly than Grin is Join Brands, and here you can see samples of the kind of content that is created by influencers within this network promoting various products, and all you need to do is click upload some details about your own product here, and then you can click create a campaign, configure the details, get transparent pricing up front about how much it's going to cost. So here I want to connect with creators who are going to create user-generated content based on a how-to around my product, and this will cost me $60, and I can change that to images, and I can get different types of content. And again, I get examples of the kind of content that will be created for me. So it's not an entire tool for you know, managing relationships and kind of fostering those long-term partnerships with key influencers. But it is a great way, you know, if your goal here is just to create a single campaign around a specific product, you don't have the kind of large budget that Grin is going to cost you, and you just want something that's straightforward with most of the work done for you. Upload your details to join brands, enter the details, get the price, and off you go. Another platform, Shoutcart, works in a very similar way. So what you do here is you search for specific influencers based on you know, keywords, and so I searched in for influencers here that focus on Amazon, and then I get a list of their follower counts and how much they charge to mention my product in a post. And then if I go back to the page that I was just on, you'll see that I get some details about their follower counts, and they offer me different price options for the kind of content they'll create, how long they'll promote my product for. And again, this is a good way to get in there as a beginner and start at the ground up with a small budget and just pay for content as and when needed or as and when afforded. You don't get a lot of relationship management tools here, but for those quick one-off jobs, you use this place pretty much like an eBay or an Amazon marketplace for content creators and influencers. Moving on, we'll talk about one of the best Grin alternatives, especially for Amazon sellers, and that is Levanta. And Levanta is a complete affiliate marketing platform designed for those who sell products via the Amazon via the Amazon marketplace. And you'll see that once I log in, I get this complete dashboard. Everything is well laid out. This is just a demo account because I didn't want to show you all the real details of my campaigns, but I can measure clicks and sales and commissions and see how my campaigns are doing via this pretty easy dashboard. I can add my products, manage brands, and the highlight for me is the creators features. So if I click Discover Creators, I get a list of featured and recommended creators. I can then click on any of those, check out details about who they are, what they do, who they create content for, what kind of content it is that they create. And then if I don't have an existing partnership with that creator but I would like one, I click the send invitation button, select my brand here, and I can either just fire that off or I can make it more personal, which I do recommend. Creators are much more likely to want to work with us when they feel like we're reaching out to form a personal relationship with them. So I can add a message to my invitation, and I can either type that message out, or I can also create pre-made templates and use them over and over again. So if I add a template here, I could use this for like this is just an example. Please review there's where I will put my pitch. Please consider reviewing this product. I'll pay you X amount affiliate fees, etc. And then that's helpful if you're pitching to lots of creators in one session. It saves you time. It makes it a much easier process to get through. If none of the featured and recommended creators come up, you can access the creator catalog by searching in a key term here. So if I want to find influencers in the fashion space, I would just type in fashion, and then I get a list of all the creators here. But you'll notice down this side all of the product categories and the filtering options. So I might click clothing, shoes, and jewelry for this one. I may only want influencers interested in affiliate networks or content and reviews, deals and coupons, and I can pick influencers according to their audience. So, it may be that I don't really want any promotion on Facebook, so that doesn't matter. But I do need to work with influencers who have at least 5,000 Instagram followers, maybe 15,000, 14,000 maximum, and so on. And I can, obviously, I only want active influencers. I don't want to be reaching out to influencers who are no longer doing any influencing. All in all, it is simple, it is effective, it's a complete all-in-one platform. So once I've found creators, connected with them, brought them into my program, I can get reports on how they're doing and where my sales are coming from. And I can use the payments tab to settle invoices, make bonus payments, connect with Stripe to simplify the way that I pay the people that are promoting my products. So that is my top list of the best alternatives to Grin. Grin is good if you have the budget and you don't mind a bit of a steeper learning curve, but Mighty Scout is much simpler, even though it doesn't have as many high level top influencers with thousands and thousands of followers. Join Brands is good for creating simple and affordable campaigns around user-generated content. Buy Shoutout is good for those one-off ad hoc moments where you just want to reach out to influencers and get the occasional post here and there. But Levanta is really the best all-in-one solution for Amazon sellers in particular, with everything that you need to find, connect with, and work with influencers.